Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Flax genetics series. The primordial flax landraces were initially introduced to Canada in 1617 by Louis Herbert to New France, now known as Quebec. The market for flax increased when demand for industrial oil increased, particularly during the Second World War. By the 50s, flax products became a global commodity. This also became a major turning point in Canada, where active flax breeding began. In Canada specifically, it happened mostly in the Prairie provinces, and now, flax production is now concentrated in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Alberta. Dr. Franklin and Dr. Yu did an experiment laying out the pedigree and history of these primordial cultivars utilized in the breeding programs of Western Canada. These are the AAFC breeding program, the CDC program, and the now defunct Viterra program. The primordial cultivars used in Canada were pure line selections of the initial landraces. The process of pure line selection involves finding an individual plant in a predominantly self-pollinating species. Then you allow this line to self-pollinate 12 times while removing all off-types. This creates a new cultivar that reproduces true to type. The first generation cultivars of all self-pollinating species were bred into being through this process, and the later generations were made for the crossbreeding between these lines. The foundation stock of all Canadian flax breeding programs consisted of a mix of first generation cultivars from both Canada and the rest of the world. If you want to donate to my channel, the links are below. If you want to buy my book, you can also find that link in the description box below. Of the primordial cultivars that are used to create our modern cultivars, 28% of these initial cultivars were of Canadian origin. 15% are from the United States, 20% are from Europe, and 33% are from unknown origins. The initial population utilized to create the foundation of all our cultivars in Canada consisted of 16 lines, with more lines added in later years. Despite the increasing number of genetic lines used in the breeding programs, 70 to 93% of the gene pool was derived from 11 cultivars of primordial origin. These are Redwing, Bison, Argentine 8C, Rio Ottawa 77 0B, Golden JWS, Argentine 1025, Kubansky, CPI 84495, and 479 11 30 52. Of the 11 cultivars, the cultivar Bison is most predominant. This cultivar is used so often in the breeding program because of its excellent traits, such as high fusarium resistance, high oil content, high iodine content, and a partial resistance to anthracnose. It is these features, combined with how well it crosses with other genetic lines, that's made it a predominant founder within the Canadian breeding programs, with most of the cultivars having at least some pedigree relationship with bison. Pale flax is the wild progenitor of the cultivated species, and can likewise be crossbred with the domesticated form, while still producing strong fertile offspring. Various studies have also found that pale flax, as to be expected, is more genetically diverse than the cultivated form. It was also found there's still good genes found in the wild populations that can potentially improve yield and other cool traits. This combined with the fact that there's still a broader number of original generation cultivars and landraces still active and grown throughout the world, pretty much guarantees that there's still plenty of ways to improve and expand the Canadian flax population's narrow gene pool. And that about covers everything. Thank you for watching.